fuck would anyone go to war for you? I'm 100% disabled fucking veteran. And guess what they do when you get out? First they break you down and they brainwash you. And then they tell you, hey, you're a soldier now. You're an airman now. You're a Marine now. You're a sailor now. Stand with pride in your uniform that costs like $800 that you have to pay out of your own paycheck. They don't just give it to you. You gotta pay for it. And then after they brainwash you, they throw you the fuck in the trash. Nobody wants to go to war for you. You don't take care of the American people. You don't take care of the service members. And by God, you goddammit, don't fucking take care of the veterans. Fuck you!
All right, shalom to the elect of Yahshua of Israel. Started with the 144,000 elect men, 12,000 from each tribe, which consists of the so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, Latinos, so-called Native American Indians, all right, and you Israelite foreigners, Hebrew Israelites, who are scattered among all nations, looking like the other nations, and speaking their tongues. Shalom to all of you. Before we get started with this lesson, go and face the east and give the much due all phrases, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH, Halalyam, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. And double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone, and much due respect to you sincere Akim that's laboring in works. Shalom to you believers, to the YAHAWAH, which will be your brothers and few amount of sincere sisters who do subscribe to this truth, listening and learning in silence as the scriptures say so. I'm your brother Manazar Gabar, representing Warriors for YAHAWASHI, Pasadena, Texas branch. All right, Lord willing, this lesson be edifying, playing upon the tables, the pissed off veteran. All right, so through the Spirit, I'm going to get something related to civil war, sedition among men, how that the average American forborn to fight. Let's see. Should be a quick lesson, straight to the point. Let's see. Let's go to Bible Gateway very quick. All right, leave that on standby. Let's see. Let's get 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, right quick. Let's see. I'm gonna get straight to the point. All right. So 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verses 15 and 16, straight to the point. And this is in the Apocrypha, KJV Apocrypha. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. Right? So the war that's going to destroy a lot of people, a lot of Americans, rebellious, wicked Israelites, proud ass Americans, the proud, draweth nigh, is very close by. Civil War, World War III, right? For an example, let's see what you see right here. From right to left, breaking 2025 NDAA, which goes into the National Defense Authorization Act. Authorizes mandatory military draft of women across America as Pentagon pursues global nuclear war with both Russia and China at the same time. On the far left, House passes defense bill automatically registering men 18 to 26. That's your average age range of this new generation, the TikTok era range, generation era, the TikTokers, the streamers, the gamers, the sweet boys, right, and etc. Right. So, for the sword and their destruction, John 9, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. So think of Civil War, for an example. The swords, think of your guns, right? Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men. So sedition, right, there's going to be rioting among men. Rioting among the people here in America, for an example. Right, it's going to be happening worldwide, especially here in America. There's going to be disobedience. There's going to be resistance. Resistance towards who? The government, right? There's going to be insurrection, right? Insurrection, a violent uprising against the authority or monarch. Just paraphrasing the common dictionary for insurrection, right? For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They, right, the people, your average Americans, the pissed off veteran, right? The pissed off veterans. They shall not regard their kings or princes. So they shall not regard, take into consideration of someone or something to be of a particular thing. For an example, they're kings or princes. So the people are going to ignore the legitimate government. They're going to ignore who's in power, right? They're not going to care about who's the president, who's the vice president, who's the mayor, who's the governor. The princes, they're not going to care if he or she is a police officer, if he or she is a SWAT member, if he or she is a ICE police officer, the Immigration Custom Enforcement Agency, that area, your average police officers, your average deputy, your sheriffs, your highway patrol officers, those supposed to actually enforce this so-called white man's unrighteous decrees on the people, right? They shall not regard their kings or princes. They ain't gonna care about the government, who's in power, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So people are going to take matters into their own hands, doing what they think is right for the people. And not every American is going to be on the same board, on the same agreement. When you watch the movie Civil War that just came out recently, there's a scene where it looks like an Edomite, right? He's wearing like all red shades. He's in the military uniform, in the U.S. Army military uniform, and he asked the press office crew, what kind of an American are you? And if you weren't their particular American, you're going to be put to death, man. So that's what happens during the time of Civil War. People are not regarding the kings and princes. Everybody is trying to struggle for power. It's just mayhem. It's just pure confusion. It's chaos out here, man. All right. So yeah, there's going to be sedition among men. Okay? Sedition among Americans. Men, women, children, young, old. All right? So let's get... Isaiah 19:2. Oh shit, my bad. 1:9-2. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 19, verse 2, KJV. And I, talking about our Lord, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. The Egyptians against the Egyptians, talking about American against American. All right. And they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. So for an example, Pasadena versus Lee City versus Webster versus Houston versus Galveston, right? And kingdom against kingdom, people against people, right? There's going to be race wars out here, man. Race wars, riot wars, this kind of war, that type of war, class war, this, that, civil war, just wars upon wars everywhere, man, here in America. All right. Let's see. Another one came to mind, which is her mightiest men forborn. I probably spelled that wrong, but let's give it a try. To fight. They remain their barracks. Let's see. Let's go here then. Her mightiest warriors no longer fight. NLT, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. All right. From the Bible Hub, Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 30. Start with a KJV first. All right. Down here. All right. Oh, my bad. All right. So this is the book of Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 30. KJV. The mighty men of Babylon, aka America, of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holes. Their might have failed. They became as women. Your average men, so-called men today, are like women. They're weak in the mind. They're weak spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically. They're a bunch of TikTokers, content creators, a YouTuber, a streamer. All right? No warrior-like, grunt-like backbone in them. They don't have a fighting warrior-like spirit. And if they're not that, they're a bunch of moles. All right? They got a lot of sugar in their tank. All right? Their might have failed. They became as women. They have burned their dwelling places. Her bars are broken. So let's see the New Living Translation. Let's see. Here we go. It's the New Living Translation. Her mightiest warriors no longer fight. So when you look at America's current roster of their military personnel from all branches, the average military personnel, male, female, which women shouldn't even be in the military at all, but right, the average men are no longer in a fighting like spirit, like how men were maybe in the late 90s, early 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s, World War One, World War Two, Vietnam War, the Cold War, and etc. Right? Her mightiest warriors no longer fight. They stay in their barracks. Their courage is gone. All right? Especially when World War III really pops off and now America is literally involved in the wars. Okay? To where they're going to have to conduct a draft. Okay? For both men and women. Okay? And don't take this devil full word when he says 18 to 26. He can increase that number. He can change the age range to where it could be age of 16 all the way to like 45, 50, 60. All right? Because you still got some men, especially Israelite men, around that age, late 40s, 50s, 60s. That's still in shape. They can still do the basics. Jog, run, crawl, hop, climb, pick up something, pick up an object, right? Okay? Both men and women. Especially the average woman today, they all in the gym, masculine as hell today. So, hey, may the Lord, YAHAWAHSHI, drop their ass off too to the valley of YAHAWASHI. Her mightiest warriors no longer fight. They stay in their barracks. Their courage is gone. They have become like women, weak, very timid, prissy, weak body, behaving like the weaker vessel. The invaders have burned the houses and broken down the city gates. Believe it or not, there's a lot of sleeper cells roaming around, probably much closer than you think, waiting to be activated. All these fighting age, young, single men of all nations that's coming over here are going to be burning your houses down, destroying America, making your lives a miserable hell. The Russians that YAHAWASHI is going to use to fight against America, to fight against the Americans, are going to make y'all lives a miserable hell. Destroying the city, the country that you're so proud about. Okay. Let's get one more right quick. 'Cause I wanna put that vibration out there. Second Ezra 16:33. This is the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 33. Right? Because it's not only men that's going to be drafted. You want to have women too getting drafted out there. Cardi B. Right? We've seen that video that you did scoffing about how these new age dudes getting drafted. Yeah, it's not going to be too good for your eyes too. Women like you. Because you may end up getting drafted too. And now what? You out there in the valley of YAHAWASHI with a bunch of TikTokers. A bunch of Fortniters. Alright? Anywho, 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verses 33 to 34 in the Apocryphal KJV. Right, pertaining to you Israelite women of the 12 tribes, so-called blacks, your Negroes, African Americans, your Jamaicans, Haitians, Hispanics, Latinos, Native American Indians, Seminole Indians, right? Women, from various of ages. The virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. Right, the bridegrooms, no men, no husband, no man. Right? No boyfriend. Women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. Why is that? Because, verse 34, in the wars, World War III, Civil War, all war just breaking out here in America, right? In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Right? So you women, you Israelite women of the 12 tribes, young, decent looking, all right looking, tens, nines, dime pieces, Coca-Cola built body, naturally, are gonna be going through it. Big back, silverback, Keisha. All right, big back, Carmen. Big back, Jessica. All right, all right, Quisha, Alonda are going to be mourning. The average Israelite woman here in America are going to be in a state of mourning because there's not Israelite men available to help them, protect them, because a lot of them are being shipped off for the wars. Your Ray Rays, your Pookies, your Edgars, your comedians, your celebrities, your thugs, your trigger finger. I want to shoot my own kind. You know, Israelites out here, right, are going to die. These moles, these effeminate dudes, are going to be put to death, man. Not much men are going to be available out here in America. And the ones that's going to be available, right, the only good ones, let me say, the good ones, the righteous ones, the good ones, are the men of the Lord, the elect men. And these brothers, through the spirit of YAHAWAHSHI, are going to reject, are going to deny, reject a lot of your Israelite women, because a lot of y'all hate us so much. Okay, you despise us. The one that was born and raised in America. All right, your father's going to die, so the doors ain't going to have no helpers. All right, you're going to die from famine. Let's get one more. Let's get one more. Let me go back to the Bible Gateway, the Living Bible, Isaiah 3:25-26. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verses 25-26, the Living Bible. Their husbands shall die in battle. World War III, Civil War, for an example. The women, ravaged, shall sit crying on the ground. Because what? You don't have a husband to protect you. And not just any Israelite man. A son of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. Ravaged, right? Not ravished, like being raped, right? Raped. This is ravaged. Severely damaged, devastated. A lot of these women are going to have PTSD real soon, post-traumatic stress disorder, nightmares, being severely damaged and devastated from seeing a lot of these men dying, a lot of their girlfriends, their sisters, their aunts, their mother, their grandmother, seeing all these women dying. A lot of men are dying, right? There's death, right? And also physically too. Let's not forget about the book of Micah, chapter 7, verse 10. She that is my enemy shall see it, right? Now shall she be trodden down as a mire street, just paraphrasing. All right, a lot of you rebellious Israelite women of the 12 tribes are going to be severely damaged, devastated, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. All right, but yeah, the pissed off veteran, man. All right, you know, Civil War is brewing up. Civil unrest, sedition among men. The Irish Americans don't want to fight for America anymore, man. They hate this place. All right? I don't blame y'all. We don't blame y'all because we despise this place too. All right? But anywho, Lord willing, the lesson was edifying, playing upon the tables. All right? I'm going to close out by giving the much due all phrases, honor, and glory to Yahawah BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone. And much due respect to you, sincere Akim, that's laboring in the works. Shalom to you believers, to the Akim, YAHAWAH, which will be you brothers. And few of my sincere sisters who do subscribe to the truth. All right, shalom.